Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Upskilling doesn't have to mean going back to university. It can be podcasts, YouTube, courses, workshops, mentoring, AI tools, social media, networking, and even working on your mindset and manifestation habits too. One thing I've realised is that upskilling isn't just about learning how to do something. It's also about changing the way you see yourself. Because you can buy the course, watch the videos, listen to the podcasts, learn the strategy, but if deep down you still believe people like me don't succeed, or I'm too late, you'll keep holding yourself back. And this is where mindset and manifestation come into it for me. Manifestation isn't just sitting there hoping your dream life appears. It's becoming the version of you that's available for more. It's expanding your identity. It's teaching your brain to stop seeing growth as scary. Every time you learn a new skill, invest in yourself, attend an event, post online, speak up, network, or try something new, you're sending a message to yourself that your future matters. And I honestly think that energy changes things. Because when you start growing, you naturally start attracting different conversations, opportunities, people, ideas, and confidence. You begin showing up differently. You stop shrinking yourself. You stop believing life has already happened to you. And the truth is, some women spend years waiting to feel ready before they start. But confidence usually comes after the action, not before it. I also think there's something really powerful about being around people who are growing too. Whether that's podcasts, networking rooms, courses, social media, or mentors. Proximity matters. If you constantly surround yourself with people who complain, stay stuck, or laugh at ambition, eventually you start dimming yourself too. But when you start listening to people who inspire you, educate you, motivate you, and expand your thinking, your whole world starts feeling bigger. Like myself, I've had to advocate for myself. I've also thrown myself into networking, self-development, self-publishing, just self-teaching because I wanted to do it myself, but I'm here teaching it. And that upskill in itself has opened so many doors for me. And you know what? The biggest thing you'll learn probably is you are not stuck. You are not finished. And you are allowed to evolve at any stage of your life. I have so many people that I meet, especially through networking and working online, and they're always like, I'm not sure I can do this, am I not too old, am I not being silly? I'm like, we always land at the right destination when we're meant to do it. I always think about if I'd have launched my podcast in lockdown, it might be a lot different. And that's probably when I should have launched it. But I wasn't kind of ready then, self-development wise. I was in a way, but I was still learning a lot myself, a lot of self-discovery. I was moving what I was doing in my business. I started networking more. I was doing a lot of networking online. So I was doing like group chats in rooms through MIB International. And we all had to start attending events, like in person. And we went online, but I met people all over the world, made new friendships. And I miss sitting in these little rooms, like breakout rooms. But I love seeing people in person. And I've got an event on, well, probably when you're listening to it, is tomorrow, which probably be today when you listen to this. And I'm so excited to deliver an in-person event because I am an in-person person. But life gets busy, and I've created my courses for easy access for people, created the one-to-ones which we can do on Zoom. But there's nothing better than working with two incredible women that are just balanced, where we are all going to work together and we're all at the same ambition level with our business, with our mindset, complement each other. In all the areas that we do, we're all confident online, confident in our businesses, confident in tech, and just and motivating other people. Because that's what people are coming to us for, is to help launch a podcast. But they're not just getting that, they're getting the photo shoot, they're getting the tech and support, the little bit of manifestations going into their social media strategy. It's not just about like launching a podcast. There's a little bit more to it. It's like looking at your niche, looking at who your audience is, your content pillars. Like, there's no point talking to an audience that's not there. So if you have got a business, I always say, let's look at where your heart lies and where your eyes light up. And that's when I do one-to-ones with people, and I'm like, yeah, I can see it straight away as soon as we're talking about something. Actually, it could be about something completely different, but it is usually the content that they are putting online. And it's just sticking to what's true to you, especially if you're going to be talking behind a microphone. The listeners can hear when you're passionate or not. It'll be like an exhaust. It'll run out of fumes really quick. You'll just feel stuck, and you'll probably have to change and pivot your podcast. So it's really important to know what you're going to be talking about. It's going to be tricky talking behind a microphone. I cringe at mine now. A lot of ums and likes. But what am I meant to be? Didn't have any professional I'm a serial yapper. I'm a professional chatterbox. But I just self-taught myself. I can talk to human beings. But I'm not saying a professional. And I don't even see myself as a professional now, but I have positioned myself because I've helped people launch podcasts. I've helped people grow in confidence. I did my public speaking course and I learned so much with Cheryl doing that. And my self-publishing, I've done over 20 books, and that's helped my confidence so much. And working with Canva, and I've had photo shoots, and it's pushed me, and I've had my weight loss last year, and it's all coming together now. So things are just ticking over nicely. But that's come, I think about what I've done from lockdown and all the, I had to close both my businesses for lockdown. I've had to upskill and learn new things, and I've retrained as a life coach, even though I had my counselling and other things. I just wanted to learn more because I needed that confidence to do that. So it's kind of all these transferable skills go together. Even though I'm not working in a gym PT anymore, I still can talk about it on the podcast. I still do one-to-ones. They can encompass the fitness and the health and the wellness. It's like a talk therapy, like a private talk therapy. So we can actually unravel quite a lot. Sometimes you might need a little bit longer with me, but sometimes it's the best investment for you, because sometimes we are so stuck in what we're doing with our life, just with people around us, and we just don't know which way to go. And that's why I love networking. We sit with different people, we meet different people, and you don't know until it's nice to see. I had the networking last week at the Ribble Valley, and there was a new lady called Gemma who I met. She was a burlesque dancer. So I hope you're listening to this, Gemma. And wouldn't have thought that was her first time. So she's obviously got the confidence. She's used to standing on stage. But the big thing for her was walking into a room with 20 women she didn't know. And I just thought, I didn't recognise her, but people go to different events. Sometimes I miss those people, and she sat next to me. And it's just incredible. And I love to see that a person, when they come to networking or they come to some course, and they can just relax, and I can see that person's found her people. And everyone was so lovely and inclusive, and so, like, everyone was just kind, and that's what it is about, is finding your areas to go, finding your people, having a bit of fun. And if you can't make it all the time, that's fine. There's no pressure. We can't always make networking, I've always said, is my night out, because I don't really go out. So I love networking. I love attending like different events. Yes, I like to go for a Japanese head spa. These are my nights out. These are my self-care, because I work hard to do this. I have to look after my pain management and my neck, and I'm a carer as well. So there's lots of things that I have on in my life. And I've upskilled myself, and I've learned how to have a YouTube channel. I've learned how to like speak behind a microphone, because what I've done, I've created like passive income. I've created another business, because for one, I have my own beauty business, but I don't know how my pain management's going to be as years take on. My hands, my neck, my back. I have to be very, very careful that I don't overstep. Because once pain starts, I don't know how pain's going to progress. You just don't know. You don't know what's around the corner with your health. If I had to have a lot of time off work, how could I hairdress? So there's always so many variables that you've got to think of, and that's why having something like a podcast, I can say and talk, it's accessible for anybody. Obviously not for the deaf, because I've got a deaf family, but there is options of Spotify for podcasters, so you can do a signing one. So there is a video one, so that would probably come under like YouTube, different categories where, so it's more accessible, because like my auntie once said to me, like, I can't listen to your podcast, but you can read the show notes, it transcribes. I think that's on Spotify. I think Apple do it as well. So you can read what I'm saying. It is different listening, but BSL isn't like English grammar. It's completely different. So we cut a lot of like filler words out. So there's a lot of things that can be accessible. Self-publishing, you can create your own books, and you might not have the money to have a publisher. Honestly, I could have screamed so many times. I used to pull my hair. My husband used to like, what is wrong with you, demented? I'm like, I can't do it. And then he's like, see, you've done it. And I'm like, and I was persevering. I'm there with my diary. I needed to learn how to do a front cover. I needed to learn how to do the graphics. I wanted to do it myself. I didn't want anybody to teach me. So, and that's why I've created these low-cost masterclasses, because I don't want for people to pay in thousands if they don't have to, because I've created the course. I don't have to show up for them unless you want to book a one-to-one. Obviously, that's different. But I want you to be able to access these things from me, and everything that I've done, I want to inspire you to think, I want to buy that, and support me and my business as well. And, just learning something for 1 to 2 hours is incredible, because you're learning a new skill. So there's so many different things that I can teach you, from a burpee to a squat to how to self-publish. I can teach you how to blow dry hair. I can teach you how to plank. There's so many things that I can teach you. I can teach you how to manifest. I can teach you how to journal. I can teach you how to do gratitude. I can teach you how to visualize, and it's even rubbing off on my son. So he was saying he wanted to manifest something, which he got today. It was a toy from McDonald's. I know it's just something small, but he came in, he said, and he closed his eyes and he held his hand and he said, I want to manifest this. And I said, right, well, what do we have to do in order to do this? And so I went through the process. So I've got to think about what we want. We have to think how that feels. What does it look like? You put your hand in the box, open it up. Like, I was just, and he, like, my husband was just laughing. He's like, I can't believe he's like mastered manifesting. And I'm like, and what do we not say? And he says, we don't say it doesn't work, because sometimes it's like, that didn't work. And I'm like, because if it's not aligned, it's not aligned. So it's quite funny. Like, I don't really talk about it loads, but he kind of knows. He sometimes says, this is what I'm manifesting. But I want to rub off on him about positivity and about action, and you can get what you can in life. And he's going to have a lot of struggles. He's not going to be doing his GCSEs. He's nearly 16. He doesn't go out on his own. He has a chaperone. He has a completely different life. Like today, we've been, my husband's been working, so we've been getting all the toys ready for the Seaside Squad, because we're off the Haven, and We've washed the clothes. I've taught him how to try and wash in the bowl, hand wash, and like the old fashioned when your grandma used to scrub her knickers together. So we've done that and we've propped him on the bath. So I know I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm just trying to say about skills and, how we can teach our children, how we can learn different things. And I had learned that from like my mum and my nan, how to wash in a sink, because I didn't want to ruin the little garments. So it is about just doing what you want to do moving forwards. Like, what do you want to learn? All the women that are coming on our event want to learn how to podcast. It's going to be incredible. We're going to be learning as a collective. We're going to be talking to each other. They're going to make new friends, and these people are going to, these women are going to, it's a bond when you do a course, because you always remember someone on a course, because I've done so many different courses, and you always stay in touch with these people, because we're like, it's like what you learn on a day. It's a journey. It's going to be fun. There's going to be energy exchanges. We're going to have lunch together, and it's just going to be great. It's going to be a supportive environment. They're the rooms that you want to be in when you're learning different things. And, and there's so many free courses. I've done so many courses with Centre of Excellence. So if you go on there and then you go on Google, sometimes you can get courses for £29. So go and have a look. There's so many different things. Even if you just want to, sometimes we've got our general qualifications, and sometimes we need the extra add-on courses. It just helps us, and they're all accredited. So they're not like flyby courses. Obviously, some courses I wouldn't recommend doing like a fitness course online, because I think some of the courses you do have to go in person, because I feel like you learn things better. But if you've already got like a high level qualification on certain things, like the life coaching, I remember the feedback, the lady who marked mine, and she's like, I feel like you've done this before. Like, do you do this? Like, because your answers are like really good. And I'd said in the feedback, well, I am actually... I've got a lot of higher qualifications than this. And she's like, well, it actually makes sense. I said, but it's just something that I wanted to do and add to my collection. So, it kept me busy. And so we can just do little things. And sometimes if they're just good as like confidence builders doing these little courses, something that you might not know that your abilities, and especially if we're doing like things that I've got words in like maths and English, sometimes it's like a challenge. Sometimes we need challenging as we get older. I know I get brain fog, and sometimes I'm like, I can't remember how to spell that. But I'm doing things on a daily basis, and I feel like when you get to 40, I feel like I don't know. I can talk to someone, I don't even know the name, but I've known them for like 40 years. I don't know what it is. I feel like our brain like cuts off some like little threads, like neural pathways of like information. I feel like it throws it in like a trash pile or something, and then it's like, we'll just go back to that if we need it. I feel like that's our brain. But other things, like from when we were children, like my nan could remember things from when she met my granddad, but she couldn't remember other things. So it's funny how our brain, so we do have to keep, the other thing about learning new skills is amazing for our brain health. It just keeps our mind going, learning something new, and improves, it will prolong our life and give us those like endorphins and, them and dopamine like fixes. So, yeah. So I just wanted to if you are new to the podcast, I've had some lovely feedback lately off some new listeners, and, I'm here to support and help you. You don't have to work with me. You can just listen to the podcast. I don't know everybody that listens. There's thousands of people that I don't speak to, like, listening to the podcast, but that's what it is. I just enjoy doing it. Whether there's one person or 1,000 listening of you a month, like, you're just here, you're showing up, you're consistent. Not every episode's going to resonate. If there's things that you've took from me, I'd love to hear like your feedback. Like, is there anything that has inspired you to do it? Never let age or disability or anything stop you doing what you want to do. Sometimes we have to take another route. Sometimes we have to do things a little bit slower. We have to be a little bit more kind on ourselves. Sometimes we have to just time block things out. But it doesn't matter how old you are, or whatever you've got going on, like we should always, even not just being older, like younger, sometimes we feel like we've not got the life experience, or maybe we should do it in a couple of years. But I started work at 14, I started college at 16, I did tons of qualifications, I just kept going. I did my hairdressing, I did my British Sign Language, I did my counselling, I did my first aid, I did my personal training, every single level in personal training, every single level in hairdressing. Then I went and did my teaching in hairdressing. I just didn't and I didn't realise like I was a manifesting generator. Like my brain was like going, right, I want to learn this, and I was just doing all these courses and passing them. Like, honestly, I said to my husband the other week, I was like, are you not just exhausted because like you've just done the same thing, like the same job for like 20 years, and I've been doing courses, this, that, and he's like, it's just you. He's like, but you love it. It makes you happy. It can be exhausting, but he's like, you have slowed down quite a lot. He said, you've kind of found, I get so much satisfaction from this podcast because this is me talking. It's cathartic. I like to I just talk. Like I said, I don't know like who's listening all the time. I've got different countries around the world, but I appreciate you staying and come and follow me on the socials. And I listen to podcasts, but I don't actually follow them online, but I do listen to podcasts, and I go and always follow them, and sometimes I follow them on Instagram. But yeah, because you have your own like podcast, don't you, that you listen to, and I find new podcasts all the time. So I'm always discovering them. Anything self-development, anything like homely and wholesome, it's for me. I need things to like nurture my soul and my family, and yeah, it has to be positive. I do listen to other podcasts, obviously the interview people, because it's quite relevant, but I also like counterbalance that with like something else. So if I'm feeling in that mood, that week, that time of the month, that week where you're feeling like positive and you're ready for everything, and your main character energy is like switched on, just try and spend that week we always all of us go through that time where we just say, yes, my fitness is up this week, this is that this week, and that's what I feel like this week I'm in that stage. But then I might have 3 days where I don't even want to be bothered going out online, and that's okay. So whatever we're going to be doing, don't feel pressure to be showing up on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. Just start somewhere. Start with your easiest platform, the one you like the most, and that's what I do. I just move from there, and I try and give valuable information and promote my podcast. And there's a lot of things that I should be doing. I should probably have like a virtual assistant, but I just like to do things on my own because that's just me, because I'm controlling like that. But yeah, but I manage my time really well, and everything that I do, and that's all it is, isn't it? Just time blocking. So, and that's another topic for a podcast. I have covered it before, but I will actually revisit, because sometimes you don't want to go back on old episodes, so I'll bring that back through, because it's quite productive, time blocking, especially if you're going to do a podcast or a book, because you need to block the time out to record and just have I call it like a CEO hour for you to do an hour. You can be surprised. Do not disturb on your phone. Herbal tea. I've got a lovely orange herbal tea here, and I'm just doing a bit of work. So everything's ready for tomorrow. And yeah, I'm excited. All my clothes are ready. Car's packed. Everything. And yeah, I'm going to go up to bed now, and yeah, I've a foot pack. I've got a foot pack ready. I've got some things to watch on TV, and yeah, have a good night's sleep. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and I will speak to you soon. And yeah, happy manifesting. Bye for now. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my linktree. From my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, to powerful resources and ways we can work together, it's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.